June 27, 2000, Byron Scott, three-time champion as a player, Rod Thorne's first head coach for the Nets. His squad struggled through year one. Then, Jason Kidd arrived. First all-star coach in team history, division champions, conference champions. The Nets reached the finals in 02 and 03, only to come up short each time. A reported rift with his star player, lack of a contract extension, frustrations to follow. Somewhere, somehow, something went wrong. January 26, 2004, the Byron Scott era was over. Tonight, the Nets face their former head coach for the first time. Byron Scott returns to Jersey, next on Yes. It seems like old times again. Byron Scott walking into Continental Airlines Arena, this time as an opposing coach. Did have greetings from his former boss, Rod Thorne, but then Byron has to go to the other locker room as the Nets and Hornets match up tonight right here on Yes. And we welcome you to the Meadowlands. Hi, everybody. Ian Eagle along with Kelly Tripucka. The good news, Jason Kidd back for his third game. The bad news, Alonzo Mourning out of action. This is not kidney related. He's got a hip pointer, knee trouble, ankle injury, pinky problems. And here's his quote on his current health. I think I've played more basketball in the past couple of months than I have in the past couple of years. Right now, my body is breaking down on me. The only way for it to get better is for me to rest it. Mourning will not be in the lineup tonight. How does this affect the Nets, and how does it affect Lawrence Frank's rotation?
Well, certainly this is part of the trials and tribulations of the NBA season, and the Nets have gone through this, so that bears out very well for them because they will slide Brian Scalabrine, who's had success in the starting lineup, to the power forward. That moves Jason Collins over to the center, and Jason Collins has been playing pretty well coming off that game in Cleveland the other night.
And Collins, a comfortable fit at center. That's what he's done the last 3 years.
Well, they would certainly like to see him get the kind of productivity that he had against Cleveland consistently. He was confident shooting the ball, getting inside, and the numbers bear it out. His best game by far this season. The numbers, the points, the rebounds, the blocks. Played a solid game. They'd like for him to build off of that.
This is not what Byron Scott envisioned coming back to what was once his home arena here at the Meadowlands. Hornets have been the worst team in the NBA. They have only one victory. The numbers don't lie. The injuries have been a big part of the story for this Hornets team, and they just have not been able to get past that.
Well, even Byron Scott, who's an eternal optimist, certainly can't be too optimistic without three of his top players, three all-stars in Davis, Mashburn, and McGlure, and certainly you throw in a familiar face in Rodney Rogers. Very difficult. He'll get a chance to see the younger players, but when you lose that kind of productivity, it's hard to win ball games in this league.
Nets and Hornets, it's coming up. A rainy night here in Jersey. We'll have more on the return of Byron Scott. Nets looking to start a new winning streak after having their 2 wins in a row cut short in Cleveland. More to come on Yes. We welcome you back, moments away from the opening tip, the Nets and the Hornets. Byron Scott, he certainly accomplished a great deal as the head coach of the Nets. 149 and 139 his record in 3.5 seasons. Byron Scott making his return to the Meadowlands tonight for the first time since being let go in January. And here's some reaction to Byron coming back.
It's going to be good to see him. You know, with this league and the way things just kind of continue to circle around and very competitive, that, you know, on any given night you're going against somebody that used to coach you or somebody you used to play with.
Seeing Coach Scott back, and it would be good to see him. We had some good years here in New Jersey, get to the finals, and he's a great person.
He always had me. I always had his back. You know, got a lot of respect for my coach. I'm very loyal. I'm a very loyal guy. You know, if he went to war for me, he trusted me. He played me. So I definitely got loyalty towards him. And you know, but now it's a different story. You know, he's out of here. You know, my loyalties lie with, you know, the Nets and Coach Frank, and that's just the way I am. But you know, he was my first NBA coach, and it was, you know, he taught me a lot.
A lot of great times here. There's no doubt about that. So a lot of good memories, a lot of good flashbacks. You guys know me pretty well. I don't focus on the negative things. I focus on the positive things that we did here. So, you know, I have a lot of great memories.
Byron's a good friend to many of us. He obviously did a great job while he was here. And so right now, our focus is in trying to get a win. It just happens to be that Byron's coaching the other team.
It's a little weird, right now, and I think the game will even be when we walk out there, it's going to probably be a little weird at the beginning, but this is reality, and this is the NBA, and you just keep going.
And coming up, we'll get things started between the Nets and the Hornets. First meeting of the season between these two teams. All the action right here on Yes.